Good evening. Oops, sorry, I didn't even notice I had gone live there. My bad. I just got a message as soon as I logged on. So, hello, how are you? Welcome to our normal Tuesday night live. I hope you are well. I've obviously had some big news this week and wanted to use that live information on my live tonight to talk to you about the things that you can do in your world and in your life. And thankfully, I'm really, really grateful for the community of women that I have around me in all the different places on here, on my business page, and in my group, Creative Genius Corner, because you keep me grounded, you give me feedback, and feedback is always a gift. So thank you very much for being there, all of you. I just wanted to say that before I started, because somebody's just put a comment somewhere that's really made me think. So I love that stuff. Always do it. Anyway, as I'm on all platforms tonight, for those of you that don't know me, I am Mandy Nicholson, and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I am an artist. I am an author. I am a creative retreat owner here in Scotland, where it's rained all day, and I help creative women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. And I really wanted to talk to you tonight about your ability to manifest the life of your dreams. And I know when I say that stuff that it literally, some people believe it, some people don't believe it, some people struggle with it, some people do it all the time and have great results. And it still remains to this day, despite all the training that is bombarded through social media and The Secret, the book and the film and everything else that goes on around us about manifesting your dreams. I think there's always that club, isn't there, of people that believe and people that don't, people that would like to, people that are suspicious. But all I do is come on here and talk to you about how I manifest, how I have done it, and I have managed to do it again this week, and I wanted to share that with you. So I wanted to talk about the importance of how you think and what you think about, because I have been reading a book called The Expectation Effect. And it is so true that what we expect to get in life is what we actually manifest. What we believe, what we think, how we train our brains to think about not just the big stuff, but the stuff, the everyday stuff that builds the big stuff. How we think is everything. And Manifestation 101 is believing that you can. So many of you have followed my journey from and some of you may have been with me as long as the 12 years it took me from being, at my rock bottom, which I have just been pulled on and called out on in my group. And I'm going to put this right now. Okay, I'm going to put this right. I had everything 12 years ago. I had the perfect chocolate box life. Married, 2 kids, 2 dogs, living in this beautiful cottage in the countryside, 2 cars, you name it, we had it, disposable income. And I went from that to ending up in social housing. Now, I am not saying that social housing is a bad place to be, because it could have been worse. I could have ended up on the streets. And lots of people live in social housing, and there's nothing wrong with it. I loved that little council house. But it was a fall, and I use it as a metaphor, as, I was here and I ended up here. And it was a big metaphor for losing everything. And it was at that point I really started to work on manifesting my dream life. And a lot of you have watched me do that over the years. I have launched my dream business, my dream creative business, working with these amazing creative women, doing all the creative things I love to do, writing and painting and running creative retreats. It's like I'm living the dream, but it didn't come to me through luck. It didn't come to me through any inheritance. It came to me through me manifesting all the things into my life that I wanted and needed to create this dream life. So, I want to kind of just talk about that today and talk about how it continues, because You've seen me launch my dream business. You saw me lose. Some of you saw me and were with me through the pain of losing my husband in 2020. Now, I didn't manifest that because I'd have done anything. I'd have sold my internal organs to keep my husband with me. I absolutely adored him. I loved him, and I couldn't even imagine a life without him. But I faced that in 2020, literally 4 months after I'd launched my dream business. And that could well have taken me down and knocked me off my pedestal, but you all stayed with me, those of you that have been here a while, through losing my husband, through the grief, through how I dealt with it. And I kept going through that period in time, and it was tough. It was really tough. Grief is hard, particularly in lockdown when we couldn't even experience things like a funeral and a wake. It was really hard. But I didn't give up, and I kept thinking that I deserved a good life. Gary believed that I deserved a good life. Gary believed that I could have this dream business and have everything, and I believed it too. And it's that inherent core belief that you are entitled to abundance and that you can have the things that you dream of that has kept me moving forward. Yes, I'm very good at visualizing and creating mind maps, vision boards, all of that stuff, and it helps. That's about me being able to see and touch what it is that I want. And it's quite an intense process, manifestation. It comes in many different layers. So having a good plan, having a vision board, having a mind map, that doesn't work for everybody, but you find your thing that works for you. But it's all about thinking that you can. And it works for everything. So I believe that there's always a what's next in life. When you achieve something, there's always a what's next. Something doesn't have to be bigger. It might just be more aligned with what you want. I believe in purposeful and intentional living, and bringing the things towards you that you really truly desire, because we forget. We know what we want as children. We dream big. I wanted to be a teacher, an art teacher, and a great artist. There's little boys out there that want to be astronauts, until they get in the education system and it's trained out of them, and the astronaut disappears and the artist disappears, and they end up working a checkout or doing an office job and having their souls sucked out of them. This happens so often. And I decided when I lost everything that I was going to manifest everything I'd ever wanted. And that's the journey that I've been on. So in 2018, I started that journey and hired a coach. By 2019, I launched my dream business. I lost Gary in 2020. In 2021, 11 months after his death, I decided to sell my house and move to Scotland. And many of you have watched me buy my mini castle and manifest this mini castle and renovate it. And I am here now doing creative retreats and bed and breakfast, along with my coaching business and all the other things that I do. But there was still what's next. There's always a what's next. And yesterday I got the phone call from the bank manager to say that they were prepared to give me the money in a climate where banks are not lending, because my current bank, Barclays, point blank refused to lend me any money, to buy the salon next door that is attached to this property so that I can convert it into a coffee shop and gallery. Now, I have spoken to you on lives about this before, and I've said I wanted to buy the salon that's attached to this house. How the house is set up is, it's a massive building. And the place that I have my retreats in was the bank manager's house. The beauty salon next door was the actual bank. The safe is still in there, and the strong boxes and everything are still in there. And currently it's a beauty salon. And when I first moved to Dalbeattie, I had my lashes done, and I said to Gemma, the lovely lady that owns it, if you ever want to sell it, let me know. And that was a year ago, more than a year ago. And I've been going to Gemma ever since for my lashes and my brows. And I've regularly said, remember, if you ever want to sell it, let me know. And we've had that conversation a lot. And she said to me in September, I think I want to sell it. And that triggered a whole series of events of me pulling together a business plan, putting it into the bank and seeing if I could get the money. So I've been very fortunate in that I've been really good with my money, and I was able to buy this house for cash, did a lot of the renovations out of my own money. I borrowed a bit from the bank, but not all of it. So I needed some support from the bank because this was sooner than I expected. I did not expect to manifest the coffee shop, the salon next door for me to buy and convert this quick in the journey. But I should have known, shouldn't I? I put a 10-year plan on my vision board in 2019 that had a castle on it. I thought it would take me 10 years to manifest a version of the castle that I had on my vision board. It actually took me 2. I had it by 2021. I had the mini version of the castle by 2021. The universe gave me what I needed. So when I put a coffee shop on in 2021, it shouldn't have been a surprise to me that I'd manifested it by 2022. Because when I walk in my office in the morning to start work, the first thing I see is my vision board. It's to my left. The reason I touch is it's to my left. I walk in and I touch my vision board. And some of you will have seen it. On my vision board, there you go, I've got the coffee shop. I've got pictures of my ideal coffee shop, my ideal, how I want it to be, the 10 out of 10 standards that I want to achieve. And in front of me, so while I'm talking to you, I can see in front of me my mind map. And on the mind map, right in front of me, behind my screen here, it says coffee shop and gallery with the holiday let and how much money I'm going to generate from it. So I have created the visual of this. I see it every morning, all the time. As I'm talking to you now, I can see my different colored pens that I've written it in. It's there. I can see it. I can touch it. I was feeling it. I was talking. I've been practicing recipes for the coffee shop. I've been talking about recipes. I've borrowed permanently menus from other coffee shops in the area. We've been out and done market research and tastings, and I've made it real. And this is the consistent message that I want to give to you, talking to you tonight about what I've done, because this is live manifestation. Yeah. What I've done is I have felt everything that I've achieved in my life over the last 10 years. When I bought my dream home in Long Horton, I went to the show home every single weekend and sat on the furniture and pictured the colours that I wanted in the rooms and the furniture that I wanted in the rooms. And when we moved in, I had it all designed. I had the interior design done, the colours picked, wallpaper picked, and I just did it. And we'd selected objects from all the places that we'd visited. When you're manifesting, inserting yourself into how you want to feel in the moment, or when you achieve what it is you want to achieve, is a huge part of the journey that you are taking. So with this salon next door, I have literally taken about 8 people in there to have a walk round with me now, to have a look at it, to talk about where I'll put the tables, to have a look at how I would convert it. I've been talking about it on social media. I've been spending time doing really detailed market research. I've inserted myself into the feeling of already having it. It was already mine. And that's the thought process when you are manifesting the life and the business of your dreams. It's already yours. It already exists somewhere out there. It's already there waiting for you. Now, the only thing that's stopping you getting to it is the belief that it's already there and the belief that you can access it and the thought processes that you have to take you there. So over Christmas and New Year, I had a really lovely, relaxing time with my family. We talked about the coffee shop, what that would look like, what it would feel like. It was very relaxed. I've not been stressed about getting the money from the bank. They had the business plan over Christmas and New Year. Nobody was working. There was nothing I could do about that. I was very, very relaxed, almost like I knew that that money was on its way to me already. It was in the system. It was in the system of the universe making its way towards me. And when the bank manager phoned me yesterday, and he phoned me 30 seconds before I was due to go on a Zoom call. In fact, I think I was already on the Zoom call with one of my clients and the phone rang and I had to answer it. And I said, look, I'm on a Zoom call. I'll be half an hour. And he said, I've got an answer for you. And I said, just tell me what it is and I'll phone you back. And he said, the answer is yes, you can have the money. And I was like, right, okay. But I wasn't surprised. None of that surprised me. So you've seen me manifest my dream home, sell my dream home the same day I put it on the market, manifest the perfect mini castle, renovate it, manifest the coffee shop. And let me tell you now, the coffee shop was not an overnight thing. Gary and I went on honeymoon to Dunoon in Scotland when we got married in 2015. And it was the most amazing honeymoon. And right next door to where we were staying, there was a coffee shop and art gallery. And I loved it. We were there every day for morning coffee. We had cake there. We ate meals there. I looked at all the art. I talked to the owners, and it was up for sale. And I came this close to seriously considering buying it at the time in 2015. But Gary's condition tied us to the Freeman Hospital in Newcastle. It would have been just too far to move to Dunoon, to come down for his monthly review days in Newcastle. And it worried him being that far away from the transplant ward, so that if anything went wrong, he could die on the way. So I ended up not buying it because his health was more important. But it was there. It sat there in my subconscious as something I really, really wanted to do one day. And, as did the castle. And all that I see that as doing is it was filed for later on. So the fact that I now have my mini castle and now I'm going to have the coffee shop and art gallery, that was already there. It's been there since 2015 and it's now 2023, 8 years down the line. That original thing that I saw has just lain dormant, waiting for the perfect moment. And this, for me, is what manifestation is all about. It's about having ideas, thinking about the things that would make you truly happy, that you truly love to have, and constantly believing that they are somewhere already there, waiting for you to claim them from the universe. And they are. And it's really funny because I told my former coach about the coffee shop and gallery. I sent her a message yesterday and I said, look, this has happened. I've got the money. I'm doing this thing. And she came back to me and she said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But do you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the what's next, because she said, I'm absolutely sure by the end of the year, there will be something else. And who knows, there may be. But at this point in time, I have this new project to focus on. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to take you along on the journey if you want to come. When I did the mini castle, I played it out through social media. I've got so much going on in my business now. I can't take up my social media with pictures of the coffee shop. So I started a vlog today. So I've done the first vlog on YouTube. I'm going to do one a week, taking you through the journey of me buying the coffee shop, renovating the coffee shop, getting it ready, and all the ideas that I've got that go with owning that space, and how I'm going to have an impact on the community, and how I'm going to build that business. I want you to watch me build a second bricks and mortar business. So at that point, I'm going to have 2 bricks and mortar businesses, and, an online business and books and journals and a big portfolio that is all connected and synergized, aimed at creative women just like you. So sorry if I've been babbling tonight. I just wanted to come on and share that real life journey that's happened this week. What's happening at the weekend is my 5-day challenge. I do these quarterly. And what I will say to you is, one of the things that the ladies that invest in themselves and come and work with me on the Creative Mastermind, they learn this. They watch me doing this stuff. I share everything with them. And I lead by example. They experience it with me. And I teach them to believe that they have all that they need already to build the business of their dreams. And I'm very proud to say that one of them, Penny, who's graduating in a couple of weeks' time, did her first launch for her signature canvas at the weekend. I did share it through my social media. And she was successful. It was a successful launch, and she got 2 wedding bookings over the weekend of her launch. Now, that's a lot of money, a wedding booking, and she got a 3rd inquiry, which I'm so proud that she has stepped into that manifesting energy as well, and is able to accept that she's worthy of this, because she couldn't have done that a year ago. So come and join the 5-day challenge. If you've not worked with me before in the 5-day challenge, come and do it. Come and do it. It's completely free, 5 days with me, loads and loads and loads and loads of value. People have come away from the 5-day challenge really motivated, made changes in their businesses, and they've not joined me on the Creative Mastermind. Some people have joined me on the Creative Mastermind, and there's no pressure for you to do either one. But it's a free 5 days with me. You would learn loads. So, I do that quarterly so that people come into my world and they can feel this energy that I have, this ability to manifest, this ability to teach you how to do it. And I will continue to share this. For the people that it pisses off, doesn't really matter, does it? They don't have to watch. For the people that are interested and are motivated by, people like me that share, this happens, I do this, you can do it. I'm a leading by example. I don't do anything. I literally stand with a handful of Sharpies and a big piece of lining paper and draw what I want to achieve. Guys, I'm no, super artist, and I'm no special person. I am just a normal bird from Manchester who learned how to believe in herself despite all her flaws. And I think if I can do that, and so can you. So I'm inviting you to come on my journey with me to the coffee shop and finishing that off. Really excited about it. And if you're ever in Scotland and you don't come for a coffee, I won't be very happy with you. So watch the journey. I will be back to normal next week when I'm not quite so hyper with having had such good news this week and sharing something of value for your business for you. Hopefully this has helped you think tonight, if nothing else, and hopefully it's inspired you just a little bit. I will see you same time, same place next Tuesday evening. Have an awesome week. And if you're not in the 5-day challenge, get yourself in now. The link is in the descriptor above, as is the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I will see you next week. Bye, guys.